Hey guys, welcome to another full spectrum survival crisis tip. Today we're talking about fatwood. Fatwood is a impregnated pine. It usually occurs because a pine has been cut down, struck by lightning, or otherwise has died, and the impregnation of pine pitch, the sap has come up through the roots and sat right above the roots. So you're going to find it in areas that are heavily logged. You're going to find it in areas that have been stricken by a fire. And really you'll find it anywhere pine trees have died. Here with Daniel from Go for Green Living, we took a walk around and I said, I know there's some fatwood nearby, but it really takes, you have to start to see it to know what to look for, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't know what it was. He's been teaching me, so I'm already learning. So,
and I mean, everybody knows what you get in the store. And that's those little squares of really beautiful smelling pine sticks. And the sap, the turpentine, what makes turpentine, is so saturated inside of it that it takes a light and it just keeps it going. Now you used one this morning in the wood stove, didn't you?
oh yeah, I lit it up and it was just like lighting a match. It was, and the whole thing started catching. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I'll never, I mean, I'm going to be looking for this from now on. So
they really are beautiful, natural, 100% natural fire starters. You can shave it down to a dust and hit it with a ferrocerium rod. You can strike it with a lighter, and like Daniel said, it's just going to take off from there. It's waterproof. It's really the best bush fire starter that you can get. It's something nature gives us, and that's what I'm always looking for, is what is nature going to give to us that we can use to prolong our survival, or even just to make the day-to-day tasks of life easier. And you see, we're coming down on nightfall here, so we've got to start thinking about fires for tonight, and it's time to start gathering some fatwood. Daniel, like he said, once you start looking for it, you start to see it. And just walking around here, as I'm whacking away at this pine here, he pulls up a sliver of pine out of the ground.
yeah, and I'm trying to learn how to do it, you know, because I see somebody do it and then I'll know how to do it. But I pulled it up and I was like, well, you think this is? It smells like it. And he cracked it open. It was exactly fatwood. So I'll be collecting this all year round now. So
that's the biggest thing, is to start a collection of it. Go out, and even if you're just doing a day hike, keep your eye open for it. Keep a little hatchet with you, something that you can use, and start collecting it and take it back home with you. It's waterproof. It is a little bit sticky, so you're not going to want to put it, you know, if you're using camera gear or electronics, you're not going to want to put it directly touching them. Your food, if you keep your food in your pack with it, will take on a sort of piney, turpentine smell. It's never bothered me. I really like the smell of it. You know, I think
do too.
Yeah, it's very aromatic, very nice smelling. My wife is convincing me to we're gonna boil down some of this and make candles out of the smell.
Wow. Okay. Yes.
So I think that would be a great thing, you know.
Yes, I do too.
So we'll probably have to do some experimentation and make sure that it doesn't become too flammable. But I think we could probably distill just the aromatic oils out of it.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Do you think you could possibly distill this down enough to make a lamp oil?
Absolutely. And what they'll do is you can take a big chunk of lighter knot of pine pitch like this, and you can put it into a can and just cap the can with just a little crack. You light it on fire, and what you're going to get is the black sap, the turpentine that comes out. And you can collect that. You can do really anything you want with it.
Wow, lamp oil. That is definite a survival thing you're going to need for light. You know, so
That's
fire.
right.
Well, this has a lot of uses. I appreciate this.
Yeah, it's absolutely great. I suggest everyone get out there and just start looking for it and see what you can find. I mean, there's nothing that beats that smell. And you know, this is probably 15 minutes old now.
Yeah.
You'll recognize it by it having these deep, thick variations and patterns of color. That it's almost a honey. Wouldn't you say that's almost a honey?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes.
And it runs in veins through the pine. Once you smell it, you can't not know what it is. You'll know it's fatwood by that super rich, very aromatic pine flavor. It's almost like you walk into a Christmas tree tent, you know, for those who partake in that. And then you You get that smell of all those pines condensed into one area. For us, these are all the trees that we need, so we're happy with that.
Yes.
But definitely get out there, start to collect it, and put some in your survival pack. Put them in your bag, because if push comes to shove and you need to get out there and you need to start a fire at night, this is what you're going to need. So from Kelly and I, and Daniel and Krista, to you and yours, stay safe and keep watch. Special thank you to all of our Patreon supporters who help make these Weekend Crisis tips possible. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be able to do them as frequently or as often, or in as good as quality as we do. So thank you everyone there, and thank you to Daniel at Go for Green for coming with us, and thank you, to the earth and the fathers for providing the land. So thank you everyone very much.